everyone, this is Dr. Liv with New Insight, and thank you for joining me in another video. The title of today's video is a therapy note on the difference between choosing not to address something and avoidance. At first glance, they can look the very same. Both involve stepping back, not engaging, or letting something go. But internally, they come from two very different places, and those differences do matter for your mental health, healing, and personal growth. Understanding this distinction can help you move with intention instead of staying stuck. There are times when you may choose not to address something because you either recognize the issue is not worth your attention, time, or energy. You accept what you cannot change or control. You decide to be silent to prevent escalation of problematic issues and to protect your peace. When you choose not to address a situation, you're not running. Instead of just operating from your emotional mind and saying and doing what would feel better, you choose to use your logical and wise mind. And this means you have taken the time to think and weigh the pros and cons of your decision, and you're responding in a way that you deem beneficial for protecting your peace, even your physical and emotional safety, depending on the circumstances. And you're setting a very firm boundary that says what you choose to entertain or not. When you decide not to address something, you're still dealing with it, but on your own terms. You're processing your thoughts, working through your emotions at your own pace, and coping and healing in silence. Now, when you avoid, however, you're not focused on healing. Instead, you're focused on just not dealing. You don't want to deal with the person, situation, or even your own thoughts and feelings. You want to numb and escape. You don't want to self-reflect or think about the best way to handle the situation, how to grow through it, learn from it. With avoidance, you operate in your emotional mind. You want to do what feels good rather than what is good for you or the situation. When you avoid, you're focused on what gives you relief from pain or discomfort, what distracts you and quote unquote protects you and helps you survive. But the reality is, however, that avoidance does not protect you. It can help you cover up and even pretend that everything is all good, but it does not help you grow or heal, which means you will become weighed down by negative thoughts and feelings, and you'll get trapped in a cycle of covering and not coping with difficult situations. So the key difference isn't what you do, it's why you do it. Choosing not to address something comes from self-awareness and intention. Avoidance, however, comes from anxiety, fear, unresolved emotion, and maladaptive coping. Healing happens when you're honest with yourself about the difference between the two, and you give yourself permission to grow one conscious choice at a time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.